did say I'd wait until 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it is now officially 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so we can get started. So today I am unboxing, I know, unboxing video. Yay! Well, you know what? The best part about unboxing videos is you get to watch me peel off the plastic from the displays. So, and I'll leave that up to you guys. So if anybody comments and says, no, don't take it off, well, guess what? Then I won't take it off. Maybe. So yes, this is the CR-10S, and this is brought to you by the fine folks of Creality. Now, this particular unit I purchased through Printed Solid. So thank you to Matt and the crew over at Printed Solid for my 3D printer. Now, one of the things I opted to do was, rather than go for the base price of the CR10, which is under $600, I talked with a friend of mine, and he's over at Where Nerdy is Cool, and he said, you know, you should really get one from Matt over at Printed Solid, because, you know, they actually take a look at the stuff, make sure it's all assembled and it's all ready to go. So I opted to do that. It's a couple extra bucks, but you know what? You can't put a price on peace of mind, right? So without further ado, obviously, I think everybody that has ever bought anything online, especially if it originates from China, and this is an original box from China, you're going to experience the lovely thing of the little pock marks and holes and stuff like that. Okay, now this, I mean, for a box that came from China, this is not bad. Could be worse. I have actually had boxes that I bought directly from China that were obviously pulled apart, disassembled, and reboxed, and you like end up with a box that's like this high and like nothing is sitting where it's supposed to. However, in this particular case, it looks pretty good, and I'm sure that the folks over at Printed Solid make sure it's okay. So I am not holding any of the box damage to them, because this thing has been shipped twice. Okay, so the very fact that this thing actually has some form of structural integrity to it, I'm going to call it a win. So let's open the sucker. I did pop this over here earlier. Sorry, it's you know, I have it. It's like you get a box, you want to open it, and it was already partially ripped, so I was like, oh, I'm going to try it. But the nice thing was the Printed Solid tape was actually in one piece, so. Oh, and I have been told that there's a bunch of things that I need to do. Well, not a bunch, but there's a few things that I need to do. Thank you for the expedite delivery. Oh, this is my note. And I said, don't forget the sticker. And I said I was going to be hosting a video, you know, on YouTube under my channel, which I'm doing right now. And I'll be sure to mention you guys, which I did. So let's see. Thank you for ordering from PrintedSolid.com. So it does say if I have any problems with this order, I can contact them. They do provide the email address. They also provide a phone number and business hours, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And it does talk a little bit about Printed Solid's history and all that. So yeah, look at them. Look for them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Printed Solid. Okay. So anyway, let's move on to the next greatest, best. Here is zip home. Here is the checklist. So Printed Solid says that they have inventoried all the parts and accessories, level and square base assembly, level and square Z assembly, straight Z axis, lead screws, Z couplers, functional, power set to 110. Thank you for that. Check build plate for flatness. Level build plate. Inspect glass plate for defects. Check tension on belts and concentric nuts. Confirm build plate gets to 80 degrees C. Verify bootloader. flash current firmware. Not going to ask what that means. I'm not sure, because I did see that there was a new firmware not that long ago, the Marlin. So test filament sensor, perform test print from SD, inspect hot end for leaks, and inspect wires and solder on bed heater. That's a very nice list. So this is the list that you can expect to get if you purchase this through Printed Solid. I like it. Now, keep in mind though, this thing was shipped. So because it was shipped, now things happen. But we shall see. Oh, all of this wonderful foam. Okay, let me find where the grippy point is so I can. Well, it definitely sits in the foam well. There we go. All right. So here is the build plate. We will work on that next. All right. Nothing left in here. No screws. No anything. That's foam. We're good there. We've got a box in here like this. Whoop. And we are running out of room rapidly. I don't really want to knock this off the table, so let's see what we can do first. And we got our cables, power supply. Oh, and it's somewhat attached. I did not know that. I thought you had to attach this whole thing. Apparently not. All right. Let's get it. Oh, look at this. I feel a little jealous right now because the videos I had seen for the CR-10S, they came with nice, pretty sheets of masking tape. This is roll. I need a roll of tape, so at least in here somewhere, but not with this printer would be ideal. All right. Lastly, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't attached. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna try and lay this down carefully. I don't want to mangle, bend, twist, tear, or otherwise damage things. I'm checking the inside of the box for loose screws, just so we say we did it. I did it. Done. All right, so I'm gonna move this. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I really don't want to lay it on that. All right. There's foam everywhere. Oh, this makes me really nervous, just saying. Okay. Put this here so I can pay out the cables, let them untwist. I'm going to put them over here so it's out of the way. Oh, we are putting feet on this because that is awful. It's like nails on a chalkboard. All right. I've never assembled a CR10 or CR10S. Just so you know. All right. We have the 15% off coupon code for the Maker Box, which I highly recommend. We have, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. This is the East Coast Rep Rap Festival invitation, which is cool. You get your, well, for the tickets anyway. And this is going to be on June 22nd and to the 24th in Maryland. So if you happen to be in the Maryland area, I would love to be there, but I don't get to. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. They done give me some stickers. I love me some stickers. I got stickers to put all over the place. And of course, and a business card for Printed Solid. And oh, look at all these stickers. Oh. Okay, so one of these stickers is going to find a home on this machine. Oh, you guys are going to love what I'm going to pull out of here next. I got to get this out of the way because the fan is going to blow this out. And I don't want that. All right, so we have the color. We have a mini filament spool that is like, it's already like, there's already a hole in this thing, so we'll check that later. Oh, let's see. So here's the manual. Yes, lover. And we have some screws and oh, another printed solid sticker. Filament stuff. That's cute. Little. I've never seen an SD, the USB SD card reader that was like this. Usually I see the ones that are yellow. Another. Oh man. Maybe. I will have to give it a shot. We'll give it a try. See if we like it. This spatula scraper thingy. Everybody's being so quiet. Nobody's saying anything. All right, so filament spool. See, there's the runout detector. This I will put over here for right moment. Power cable. Spare piece of PTFE tubing for the Bowden. It's not a horrible cut, but this one's a little bit not exactly square. And last but not least, this is a beautiful benchy. I'm not sure what kind of filament that is. Is that filamentive or? Huh. That is a really cool, wonderfully nice, very pretty benchy. Hold on. Hope you like that. See it? Benchy. All right, so we're going to put the benchy right there for a minute. Okay, empty box. Now we are going to take this SD card. I'm going to put it over here by the computer for a minute. All right. Does not require filament detection. Default standard. The following picture is the filament test short board. Okay. Filament detection switch wiring. Plug in. Okay, I understand. So they put the short board right here. I guess if you don't want to run with it, you can just leave it like that. Cool. Okay, so we're done with that part. Next part, the CR-10 series 3D printer. This guide is for the CR-10 series of 3D printers. It also is applicable for the CR-10S, the CR-10S4, and the CR-10S5. Because of software, hardware upgrades, and model differences, new revisions may not be listed in this guide. Detailed instructions for use are available on the SD card. Okay, so what we want to do. Introduction. Well, it tells me what pieces are there, what parts are what. So at this point, it says, install the gantry frame. All right, I won't do it. That's going to be a smart alley pants, but we're not going to do that. We'll take the plastic off without cutting anything valuable. See, I can even see where the scratches are from the mounting. All right. I'm trying not to wobble my table too much because I really don't want this to fall over. It's sturdy as it feels. And you guys can feel free to argue with me about putting those the blue decorative stuff on, I might yield, but honestly, I don't really care that much. All right, so, look at that. Okay, so this is cool. I don't know how many of you have been following along. Obviously, if you got the link to this, then you know there is a option that I guess was not on the early CR-10s. It apparently is a standard option, but not necessarily always for the CR-10S. And that is right here. This is the strain relief. Let me try to get you a little closer so you can see it. So this right here is the strain relief. I was watching a video the other day online where they explained the history of this. I guess it was a 3D printed part at one point, and I guess the folks from CR10 were like, "Hey, can we use that?" And then I guess they injection molded it. So let me get you back so you can see. Unless you want me to move closer. Hello, Juan. We found that my CR-10S came with the one cheap scraper. Check. I got that. Two small. Okay, two is the small, half the former size PTFE tubing. Maybe. And three, no extra end stop, unlike the printer I returned. Blue is better than orange striping. Okay, well, we'll leave the voting up for whether or not I put this on. It does not really fit the motif that I got going on here. I will say that the twist tie job that they did on here seems to be much nicer than what I've seen in other videos. So there's no crimping or banding across these, which means that it could be usable. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, what did I want to do first? Oh. Not sure if I want to put these on first or if I want to assemble this first. Although if the bed is level, I don't know that I really want to mess with it right now. Ooh, that's cool. I'll bring this over so you can see it. So for anybody that does not have CR-10S, if you look underneath, look, it's, oops, insulation. Oops, I gotta get to the right angle here. Insulation, right there. Looks like almost like Dynamat. So that's pretty neat. Oh, there's like even sideways, this thing isn't binding up. That feels nice. All right, so I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, so the instructions are telling me screw in and fasten two M5 by 25 bolts. So I'm curious if I should do both first and then the sides, or if I should do all the bolts first. Either way it works. Let's see what's in the bag first. Because you were saying you did not get stuff. Oh, okay. So benefit to buying from Printed Solid because they are fantastic. I did pay for this. Okay, so this is all sincere. Look at that. Huh? More nippers. You never have too many nippers. See what else is in here. And stuff. You have the bits and pieces. These are spare parts. Spare parts, but you're right, I do not see a extra end stop. So I don't see it in mine either. So hardware, toolkit. I guess I can leave with this, I suppose. It also came with a drill, or a nozzle reamer cleaner thingy, which I could really easily lose that because you can't even see it. Zip ties. More foam. Okay. Printer cable. What? Really? Huh. No kidding. What's up with that? Okay, we cannot maintain uniformity with 3D printers. I mean, come on, what's up with that? Is that called micro USB or whatever? It's not like the printer style, which is like this one. See, it is not like this. This is a standard plug that fits all of my other printers, but not this one. This one does. I have to get a USB hub in here. All right. Bottom bolts first so that you don't drop the gantry. I like that. And the foam is for the foam is for the acupuncture needle so you don't poke yourself. Oh. Okay. Well, this is actually an acupuncture needle? Really? I always wanted one of those. Like a skinny. That's a pretty heavy gauge for an acupuncture needle. Maybe this. I'll leave it over there. Maybe there's like people that are gluttons for punishment with acupuncture. All right, so we got the tools, bag. I'm guessing this is their guarantee card. All right, I guess I'm just holding off too much. You use the needle to clear. Oh, well, yeah, no. I was just messing. I know about the clearing clogs part. It's just funny. I've never actually seen that type of needle. Well, I mean, I have, they're kind of blunt, but they're about this long. And those are the ones I've used, but I guess you kind of need a bigger one for this anyway, I think. I haven't got to that yet. We'll get to that. Okay, so I'm 180 degrees out because I'm facing you. So I'm going to bring this around, and then we're going to look at stuff in just a minute. So right now, and I realized that I could have done this in like whatever, 10 minutes or however long that takes, but does it really matter? I don't like to race because anybody that's ever watched me build something knows that I have a tendency of breaking things, which I guess is somewhat amusing. But I'd rather not break this because I actually have to put this thing to work. So, oh man, that's a. Yeah, I'm not using the actual tools. I figured I'd use this. All right, we'll put that there, and we will either flip this or we will lift it. Okay, just checking to make sure nobody else said anything. Ow! I'm getting too old for this. All right, we got some seated. And ouch. I like these connectors. Okay. All right, so once we get this tightened up and ready to go, we will start going through the rest of this just to make sure everything looks good. All right. So now you get to see the back side of this, and I will, if anybody requests me to do otherwise, I could certainly flip it around. What I can do is kind of reposition stuff here in a minute. Okay. Yeah, I gotta put these on at some point, but spin the individual wheel under the carriage to make sure none are loose. Talking about these in here? You talking about the that looks. I mean, these feel kind of loose. Oh, that is not happening. No, that is not happening at all. What is going on with that? I don't know. This might be the OCD in me, so I should probably not freak out too much by that. I'll show you in a second. Okay, yeah, this belt is looser than. So I'm guessing something probably got smacked during shipping. So I'm going to turn this around so I can show you what I'm looking at. So right here, make sure I'm not putting too much anything on anything. This is, I don't know if I'd say bent, but the pulley or the idler, come here, is definitely not sitting where it should be. Okay, I don't know if you can see it from here, so hold on 1 second. Let me read what one saying. Below the hop bit. Oh, yeah. I actually did check those already, surprisingly, but I can do that again in just a second. You can't really see this. It's kind of frustrating. I need to adjust these because this right now, it needs to come this way because this pulley is actually touching the 2040 extruded. So let me show you what I mean. Can you see that? Okay, so that is actually touching right here on that piece. Okay, this belt is like, there's no tension there at all. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix this, but it looks like it may have suffered an impact judging by the position it's in, and I would say that's probably something I should have looked at first. But either way, I'm gonna just loosen this up and loosen this up, and I'm gonna pull it taut, and that should give me most of what I need, considering that seems to be the only adjustment I can make. I'm hoping that that will be adequate. So you sit there, or I'll tilt you up. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna bring this over here. Yeah, no, it is, you're right, it is just 2 screws. So I'm gonna see if I should use the correct tool for this. But I really like having this screwdriver. So now that I have an address, if you guys look me up and you want to send me a set of actual Allen wrenches, I'd be okay with that. Not like the Allen wrenches, but oh man, okay. We're going old school on that one, I guess. That is on there tight, very tight. Well, they do provide nice, these are the ball end style Allen wrenches, so that's not bad. Let's go with this one. See if I can actually, there we go. All right, that one is loose. Let's see if we can get this one loose on there. Oh man, that's on there tight. All right. There we go. All right, so we are going to loosen this up significantly. Well, I say significantly, but wow, this one is so much looser than this one. I'm kind of concerned by that. I'm hoping it's not cross-threaded or something to that effect. All right, so this one is definitely, there we go. Well, that's a problem, Sonny. Oh, man. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is eyeball this, make sure that it's running right about the same. I'm also trying to get it to clear. All right, so I think hopefully not too tight. I don't know if this is a, what do you call it? A fiberglass rubber belt or not. I'd say judging by how easy it is to flex, it's probably just rubber, but I could be wrong because I am not an expert in all things belt. I will say that I do not believe this thing is going to skip due to lack of pressure. And I still do not have the side pieces on, so I need to do that next. But one, I think you wanted me to look at the casters for your benefit underneath. Well, it's for my benefit too. Okay, I'm not meaning to sound like I'm doing it just for you, but you did make the request, so I am going to do that. So we'll do that since I'm on this side of the table with you. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this is like, I don't know if you can see it from there, but it's kind of piano-ish, or not, like guitar-ish, sorry. So hopefully it's not too tight. I may need to loosen it up in the future. I'm going to go this way with it. I'm so glad it came with feet too, because I thought I was going to have to put them on, but I do not. Okay, so these, as you can see, they spin. Well, this one is a little tight. This one's tight. This one's a little tight and a little loose. But it could just be because I have it on its side like this. But I mean, there's like very little in the way of resistance. But again, I can't really tell because the nozzle is like right up against the glass. So we will look at that shortly. All right. Now what? What shall we do? I think we should probably cut these in a minute. But I believe we have to put these side pieces on first. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so put side pieces on using the hardware that's included in the plate. And again, thank you for the quality stuff over at Printed Solid. All right, so this one I presume is the left side. Yes. Well, sorry, my left. So this is technically the right. And I need a. Yeah, here it is. These are nice. These are metal. I say that like I'm special, but oh, bummer. Need a pair of pliers. See if we can do this with the needle nose pliers. I doubt it, but we'll try. All right. Needle nose pliers. And we turn. There we go. I'm having FT5 flashbacks right now. All right. I'm going to back these up quite a bit because I want to make sure that they're at least flush. Because if these are anything like the ones on the FT5, yeah, you want as much space as you can get without them falling off. But I'm going to go with just a little bit past the flat part and see if I can do it. Note, make sure that the nut for the profile has been turned by 90 degrees before fastening the T-shape fixing block. I'm guessing they are referring to if you don't have these turned in the same direction as the channel, it isn't going in. I'm guessing that's what that means. You'd be here all day trying to squeeze these in if they're not facing the right direction. Okay. This, make sure that I'm not stuck in anything important. All right, yeah, just double checking that I'm not wrong. Which happens often. And I'm okay with that. I can accept that. Oh my God. There we go. All right. This is the part where everybody gets quiet. Because it's so boring. All right. So my guess is if anybody else other than me was doing this, this is like a 10-minute build. Complete with power up and already starting the build process. All right. Uno más. Well, how come these came loose, but the other ones didn't? This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That's silliness. Okay. I have to go the other side now. You'll excuse me for a moment. Anybody got anything interesting to say while I'm sitting here doing this? And don't worry, I'm not done with the initial inspection yet. I know that there's many people that are eager to provide input on making sure things are tested and checked. So, all right. Sensor. It doesn't say whether the top should be there or not, so I'm going to assume. Oh, see, this is, I don't really like this. So I'm going to go pushing this up as close as I can get it because that is maxed out in the head. Anyway, if I have to slide this one down, I will at a later date. All right. Woohoo! Okay. All right. So to Matt over at Printed Solid, if you watch this, on the CR-10, well, it's probably not necessary, but it probably would have been easier when I was putting this in if I knew what position the switch was in when you guys took it off again. So maybe like, I don't know, like some yellow chalk or something that would sit there, but I don't know. Maybe a little pin sticker. Not that it matters. Okay, so I'm gonna follow the directions. Let's see what it says. It says, now that I've done this, it's done. It says to insert the Teflon pipe into the quick connector. Install the spool bracket. Huh, okay. We can do that in a minute. Right now, we're going to do the fun part. We use the new nippers. I could reuse these, but is that really necessary? And I do apologize for taking my sweet time with this, but I really want to do this right. Whew. All All right. Now we're going to do this real quick. I think I may have to adjust this just a little bit over here. Not a lot, just a little. I'm kind of worried the belt's going to try and climb out of the guide. Or the idler pulley, whatever. It's not quite centered. All right. So I'm not happy with that, but it will have to do. I just moved that too. I need this. That is not going to work as a suitable spot. All right, that I think we can work with that. Holy hell! Oh, that can't be right. Okay, so that might be a different height than that. Which means that will not work. Which means I'm going to have to... I was hoping to make it easy. Okay, we're gonna call that good enough for the moment. I'm presuming the bed's level. I didn't mess with that. It did say the bed was level, so I'm going with that. All right. Need to get some stuff put together. Why is there 3 screws? Curious. And I do apologize for taking so long. I'm just really wanted to make sure that everything is nice and good and all right. Ta-da! Okay, that's done. All right, so now we need. I am not fitting those colored rubber thingies anywhere because that would just drive me nuts. Yeah. All right. I don't know where that goes yet. Tools out of the way. And we bring the cables over. All right, so we've got. Oh, well. That was funny. Push OK. But I don't want to push OK. All right, Z. Oh, probably should not have done that. But I think I can still get it. I did. We're good. We're good. Yep, don't worry about it. We got it. Really? Is that absolutely necessary to put that like that? Apparently it is. I can't see. Yeesh. There we go. I don't like zip ties, for the record. So we're going to have to do something different at some point. But for right this moment, alright, we got just this last one to do here. Why? Why? Alright, so I don't know where I want these, but I'm thinking that I do not like it hanging quite like that. This should be the only stationary one we have, so I'm going to give this a little bit of slack. I'm going to zip tie that because there shouldn't be anything in the way of that. I really don't want more pressure on that than absolutely necessary. Okay. So now technically we have it wired. Technically. Oops, we do not want to turn that on. All right, we're still turned off. Good. Yeah, I do not like this thing at all, the way this thing slides around. It's very messy. Really? I forgot one. Oh, yes, I did forget one, actually. All right, so we're going to put this one under here, I think. I think for right now, yes. Yes, we will. Get in there. There you go. All right, one more zip tie. Since I have 1,000,000,001 zip ties anyway. And I have heard that you don't want to over zip tie and do horrible cable management to this thing until you've actually run it. That way you make sure that your strain relief doesn't end up being your strain. So I am basically this Z motor here, I could still add slack as needed. It's basically right here. And all I did was put a zip tie here just to kind of pull it that way. I want to keep it away from the belt, so I'm going to pull it that way. So I think that's going to be okay. I'm going to move this back here a little bit. Yeah, we could turn this around too, I suppose. All right, so we've got one more. Oh, that's where that screws. That's what that screws for. That's for that. I'm actually have to look at the directions of that. How do you mount the thingamajigger doohickey? Let's see. It's probably not in the directions either. So, I'm going to look at that other piece of paper. Really? Seriously? Wow. I'm a little underwhelmed at the moment. Okay then. Wait, really? Not a grub, not a set, nothing. It's a little notch. Okay. We probably don't want to plug this in yet, actually. Because I don't have any film in it just yet. I'm going to do the bed level thing first. Thanks, Juan. I just had to double check because I was like, man, there is no way. Yeah, I should know better. I should know better. Juan, since you're the only one watching right now, do you want me to turn the printer around so you can enjoy this with me? It'll only take a minute. I'm just going to plug these in first. That is just awful. I mean, awful. Why? I'm not going to go over this anytime soon, I don't think. I mean, I guess I'm not that upset, but I mean, come on. Make all these changes to it, and then plus I was a little bit bummed too that this is an injection molded, sit up. I thought this was actually aluminum. What do I know? I was really hoping it was aluminum. Aluminium to my friends across the pond. The replacement for Oh, hold on. I gotta catch up here. It's okay. I need to assembly the replacement. So this is just a dry run before I do it. Unfortunately, my PC is in my printer is downstairs. Otherwise, I would be doing this together with you. Well, hey, you know what? I appreciate your input. All the same. All right, so I need to make sure this is free as a bird. It has no restrictions or restraints. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do that, because this is awful. This is just plain awful. Oh my god. I'm gonna have a mild heart attack. Okay. Doubles as a handle, if you trust it. Okay, and in case you're wondering why my exasperation or whatever you want to call it, it is because, oh, yucky. Yeah, I do not trust that about as far as I can throw it. All right, I'm gonna move this over. All right, number one, rubber feet is an absolute must. I'm not gonna be able to run this thing for more than a couple days. I'm gonna have to disassemble this whole thing and put rubber feet on this, because that's gonna drive me nuts. I'll be honest. Number two, although I can get the stick-on ones just to make myself feel better. But yeah, I'm not okay with this. I got a filament roll that's going to be on here, and this thing rattles like crazy. And this is flat, just so you know. All right. Anyway, power cable. We can do that in a second. Other thing, yep, this thing I had to mess with that, so I'll keep an eye on that. Strain relief. I'm concerned about this, so I'm going to keep an eye on this. Actually, you know what? I hate myself right now. I really do hate myself. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these out and rerun them, so they're not on top of this. I know that probably sounds stupid, but it's just I'm really paranoid about the strain relief on the bed right now, and I don't like the way it's sitting. So I feel much better now for having done that. So judge me all you want. I'm okay with it. Of course, I'm not okay with being able to see what I'm doing here. Sure. It's easier to unplug these things than it is to plug them back in. Just so you know. All right. But hey, you get to see me do it a second time, so that's cool. So if you had any concerns or questions about how this was put together, now you don't have to worry about it. Except for that one. Oh, come on. You were just in there. When you get old, the depth perception's way off. You can't plug things in anymore. All right. And lastly, we will make sure this one stays under all of the cables. Keep it under all the cables. This is the very bottom of the ladder. So this is under all of the cables. And then we will put this one back in. Holy guacamole. It does not like to sit in there. Come on. Come on. You want to go in. You know you do. Yeah, I'm talking to him. What are you gonna do about it? All right, I gotta come over here because I cannot get the right angle. All right, there we go. Okay, no moving parts. No moving parts. Yes, moving part here, but there's nothing I can do about that. Hopefully it'll be fine. Plugged in, not plugged in, but that's all right. We gotta heat this thing up anyway. So I'm gonna put it over there. Okay, we're doing this. We're turning it on in a minute. Oh, that's right. SD card. SD card. Oh, is this one of those upside down ones too? Oh God, what brand is that? Okay, so judging by the holy, is that actually plugged in? OMG, dude. Oh God. Duh. Yeah, it is plugged in. Wow. Okay, so that's for that too. An SD card is kind of an off-brand, and there's like really nothing to grab a hold of on it. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Okay, plugging it in. All right, so I have a very sharp workbench. So my advice, if you have corners, like I do, make sure that make sure your cables are on the correct side, especially if they're the ones that are moving. As I said, I'm leaving this on just to heat up the thing and test the ohm and all that. So, all right, we are powered. Oh, okay, and the display is turned on. Hooray! CXSW3D.com. Okay, printed solid. You can fix that. Put your brand on there. All right. Info screen. Print from SD. Main. Refresh. What in the heck is all that? Ah, English. Laser software. Printing. Modal. Modal. You want to see this? Here's the display. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So you get the full experience. Okay, we're going back to the info screen. You ready? I'll bring this to you. All right. Shield some of the light there. Now, you know what? Good enough. All right, so main screen. Yeah, you see what I mean, though? Oh, God, that's going to drive me nuts. So you can go down to print from SD card, and it says modal. So I'm guessing that's where the model is. Let's see. Oh, there's nothing there. Hey. Okay. Printing. There's nothing there. Reference data. USB driver and something. Operating instructions. It's under reference data. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to like pull that stinking card out just so I can figure out where this thing is. Oh look, up it's your host and Kira. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's just down farther. So there is a test model right there. Okay, so we're good. Main, prepare. It didn't give me options. What are you doing? There we go. All right, so let's see what this does if we just auto home it. Okay. Let's do the bed auto leveling. Next step. Oh, I don't know if I like these bed clips being like that. Let's move them out of the way. And we're going to probably move these to the outer corners and to the edge. And this one, we're going to leave kind of right there. I don't know what the sequence is on this thing, so if these clips are in the wrong position, the nozzle is going to hit it, and I really don't want that. And I've never homed this thing or done an auto calibration, so I really don't want to do that the wrong way. So I'm going to take this, and I know it usually does like 4-corner leveling, I think. I should probably look this up before I do this, but we're going to live dangerously. So nice. That's probably a little thick. That feels really nice. That's a bit loud, but I'll get over it. That's probably a little loose. I can probably go up a little bit with that, but I'm not going to do it yet because I haven't heated the bed yet. Oh, bummer. Wait. Oh. All right, so. I can't see. And I am going to do this again once it's heated up. So. That feels so weird. It's like the stepper motor is like partially holding, so it's like it's got this like vibrations. When you put the paper under there, it just vibrates. Well, that was different. My chat disappeared for a second. Sorry about that. The 8 GB micro SD card included with the first printer was name brand. The replacement card was a generic Windows match. Accessories included now are much cheaper than printers from 2 months ago. Oh, well, that's good to know. But yes, that card is almost flush with the side of this box or the power supply case. So good times, good times. How is that even remotely possible? It won't fit in there. Oh, okay, yeah, I did. I'm just gonna. Oh, never mind. That piece of paper I was doing the wrong side. It has a little curl in it. We good? Apparently, we are good. All right. I'm gonna turn this off. I have established that these clips do not seem to interfere, so I'm going to put them right here, except for that one. We'll leave it like that. I'm going to get some filament. Oh, why not? Let's go big. We'll use this one. It's one of my favorite filaments. I know it's not the filament that comes with the machine, but I really love this stuff. So we used to. Oh, it's brittle as all get out. Oh, that's cool. How brittle is it? Yeah, I'm probably not going to run that. That's too brittle. Okay, so if you guys ever watch my videos, this is too brittle. I'm not using it. So I'm going to put it in my dehydrator that I just got today. So let's find a different color. I ordered a dehydrator the other day just so my filament could be dry and happy, like myself. Dry and happy. Oh. Well, you know, I should probably feed this on top. All right, and looks good. Oh, let me check brittle chest. Oh, that's good stuff right there. That's still plenty fresh. Plenty fresh. All right, I'm just gonna do it like this because I can. And I want to. And this is gonna take a whole lot of getting used to doing this way. Because this is like defies all logic to me. I opted to go with the orange because white is really hard to see in PTFE. So I'm going to put this right down into the hot end and stop. All right. I don't know if I like it this way. Let's try moving it this way. That's better. All right, we're going to move this up a little bit. I'm going to tighten that screw just a little. All right, we're good. Now I just need that wire. And I'm going to take this grounder off, or whatever they call it. And put this right here. I think I will download that toolbox for this because I believe I saw one on Thingiverse the other day. So, and for the record, yes, this was definitely a generic card. All right. This is going to be weird because I have not used a moving bed style printer in a while. All of my printers that I have now are all Z movement, where the head moves X and Y. All right. We're going to prepare ourselves here. We're going to print from the SD card. I'm just going right to the job. This is a pretty normal PLA, so anything that this thing is set for is probably sufficient. It says the bed is heating. Starting now. Time is 7:27. It's at... I have a fan blowing in here too. 26, 27. So I'm confused though. Why go with such? It looks nice from the top. It looks all like anodized, like red aluminum, you know. And then you got meh. I mean, why do that? Why not? Why not make that default aluminum? I mean, is injection? Well, I guess injection molded parts are probably cheaper, but still, it just seems silly. All right, we're gonna bring you down level. All right, so you can get a bird's eye view. You may get hit by the moving bed, just so you know. So don't get mad at me. We're at 35 degrees. And if you didn't notice, I have put nothing on this bed. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? So we're gonna find out how clean this bed is, because I didn't even wipe this down with alcohol. It is literally how it came out of the packaging. So we're gonna see. Okay, we're at 40 degrees. I'm really thinking I want to turn the filament spool holder around. I really just don't like it like that. What the directions say to do? Ow. Running into stuff. Oh, how did the directions orient this? They oriented it from outside to inside, which is what I did. I just don't like that. Move it over a little bit. Oops. Probably should have not used, you know, there's a little burr on this. Oh well, hopefully that won't be a deal breaker. How can you compare that though? Look at that print. It's fantastic. All right, our bed temperature is 47 degrees. So what is that going to be, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes? We started at 27, so it's been 3 minutes now. Yeah, glue stick is definitely insurance. 49 degrees. And come on. 50 degrees. All right, time is 7:30. So we could call that 3 or 4 minutes, depending on which way you want to go with it. The nozzle's heating up now, I'm sure. But I can't tell, because I'd have to look at it. Nozzle is at 67 degrees. This thing wants to print at 200. That's a good medium number. We'll go with it. I think this zero filament does go just a little bit higher than the regular filament, but I think it still prints at like 185 to 210, 215, something like that. So it's not a big deal. ELA 1.7 millimeter white. I don't even know. Is that a half a kilogram? Because I don't think that's even half a kilogram. That's a nice size sample pack, though. Okay, where are we at? We are at 193. We are getting ready to start. So I'm not going to want to stand back here. You probably aren't going to want to stand right there. Okay. Let's see if it has the G code in it to auto home before it prints. Doing something? Heating the bed still. It's trying to maintain 50 degrees. There we go. And yes, it does. Oh, I don't like that. I cannot sit here and babysit these things. We're going to have to do something about that. They have no adhesion. No, probably a little bit too far away. Using a stick? Yeah, I'm going to let it go. Is that printing a raft? Oh my God, that is printing a raft. I don't think I'm going to have any good adhesion like this. Huh. See where that gets us. Nowhere good. Oh, I guess we'll start it over again. I just don't want to put glue stick on it yet. Having fun with this. Oh wow, that is way up there. That is nowhere near. Ugh. How are you looking now? All right, we're going to stop this. Stop the print. Then we are going to print from SD card, and we're going to do this again. Shouldn't take too long because it's already there. There you go. Look at that came right off. Oh, that's the stuff they were using. I want to keep that. I want a roll of this filament. I want a roll. How much is the roll? Or is this that really cool, pretty stuff? The polyalchemy. So if it's polyalchemy, I can't afford that right now. All right, what's going on here? There we go. I can't really see what this is doing, to be honest. Well, it sure is not sticking. All right. We're going to do this the other way. This is going to bug the crap out of me. Ew, ow. Ooh, that's nice and warm. It's not hot, believe me. I just jumped because I startled myself because doing stupid things. All right, you come over here. I gotta see this. Let me see it with my own eyes. All right, why? I really totally adjusted that in the wrong direction. Now I'm gonna have to go back and fix it because I messed it up. That's what I'm good at. I'm gonna grab a bigger piece of paper because this thing is way too small. Well, this might be a good time to put the what do you call it? I can't think right now. Holy cow, what is going on? All right, I gotta move you because I'm not seeing this. Holy cow. Is it really that far out? Yeah, it really is. All right, hold on. Yeah, this is my fault right now. I'm not blaming anybody from Printed Solid for this. I definitely am to blame for this. So please do not blame Printed Solid. They had done their jobs the way it was supposed to be done, and then I undid it. Because, you know, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't undo something. I mean, the very fact that I actually got the machine running. All right. Yeah, I could do that. Well, I guess I could do that now. All right, I'll do that right now since I'm doing this anyway. Aha! Can I fit these in here? Oh, wow, those fit nice. Woo-hoo-hoo. I like that. Oh, that is so much cooler. Chong! Good call, Juan. Good call. Just for you, Juan, you get the choice. Do I take the plastic off the display or do I leave it on for today? Yeah, check this out. Okay, here's the wheel. You take that and it just, I mean, it just fits like right in there. It's like butter. Look at that. Boom. And then, whoops. I said like butter, and then it goes sliding out on me. All right, I'm gonna have to cheat this one a little bit because I think I needed to ream this one out a little bit more. Look how nice that is, though. It's like, All right, completely loose. Good grief. All right, slightly snug. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, that is not gonna work. I went the wrong way on the turn. I was going the right way. Check the height of the floor corners again. Yes, I'm gonna have to. Sorry, I didn't see what you were writing. I agree. Put in the big bed height wheels. Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. Take it off my leg. Okay, now I have something to go with that comment. All right, you ready? Can you see it? Here, I'll bring it closer. Ready? I have no fingernails. Here goes. Oh yeah! Okay, it's off. No more requests. I'm just kidding. Another request you want. I'll say that these are really neat looking. I was having a hard time visualizing what they were going to look like on here. Oops. Stop it. Tell you what though, from loose, this thing starts grabbing as soon as it I don't know what I was going to say, but yeah. Well, I figured you meant printer. Just, this is a family channel. Even though most of my family that I have on here is highly dysfunctional. Otherwise, we wouldn't get along. Yes! Okay. Back to square one. That is way too tight. This might take a second. How much spring did we use? That's the question. Oh, that's a lot of spring. All right, so we may end up just doing this, getting a bunch of these tightened up. Nope, too far. Too far, too far. This is just a rough, very rough calibration, just so you know. Because there is no way that this is going to print correctly right away. Ooh, too much. All right. We're going to come up there. Well, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, these are the ones I got off of Thingiverse. At some point, I would be happy to put a link on here. I should not have done what I just did, so please do not judge me on that. Yeah, I am. Okay, good. That was not the most brilliant of maneuvers to run this nozzle into the bed like that. But I already did it, so can't go back now. All right, so I'm going to bring this one up as well. Yeah, look at this. I mean, it's just like, yeah, okay, I'll tighten this. I'll tighten it. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so now we are grabbing there. And There we go. And we are a little bit tight. All right. Good enough. Power on. All right, so really? Oh, I was like, what? It's like, there's no way that thing's warmed up yet. But we can check. God, that vibration is so weird. Well, I don't understand this at all. Why are you doing this? All right. Don't worry. I promise I will re-level this properly. All right, bed's almost back to temperature, so the nozzle should start heating again. Oh man, we got to get it printing. We're almost to 2 hours. That was unintentional. That is really distracting. Just like floating out in space. Oh, there's no way that this is accurately tuned the way I just did that. So, but I know that. It may print though. I can't move this to tell you to put glue stick on though. But I could get some glue stick, I guess. I don't like glue stick. I don't want glue stick. Urgh. No, I got to do this without glue stick first. I've made up my mind. Okay, we're almost ready to print. I really don't like the way this is angled either. I mean, this is... meh. Okay, we're at 153 degrees. Prepare yourself. I need to get more cameras. do not have enough cameras. All right, home. Come on. Go back home. There you go. I'm not a big fan of this. I need to get this to stay on top of the bed somehow. Guessing that it is not going to stick without something to stick to. Come on, prove me wrong, will ya? What the crap? What is that? A little better? Somewhat. It's definitely too high. Want that? Yes. Oh. Never mind. Well, it's certainly quieter than my other printers, and I believe you can still hear me talking, so. Run the cable from the print head by the stepper motor for the filament feeder. Use a tie wrap. Yeah, I guess I could do that. But I don't really want to do that. But I guess I can. You're talking about doing it like this and then adding a zip tie right there by the compression fitting. Although if I do it like this, that's probably sufficient, but it might chafe the wire too. So I guess I just don't like this like that. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'm sure that there's some kind of a chase or something that I can get or make. I am fantastically happy though. If I hadn't been screwing around so much, this probably would have been done long time ago. I will have to look into that. Speaking of which, I did not check the grub screws on the stepper motors, but hopefully that doesn't mean anything bad. Is there a booger on that? Why, yes, there is a booger on that. The booger is gone. That is a pretty nice layer, though, even considering I was that close to the build plate and I did not use glue. I don't know which model this is, but considering it's still doing the raft, yeah, I'll get this dialed in probably tomorrow. I've got some jobs that I have to get done on this thing. And if it holds up, I may end up getting another one. I will take a look. Give me 1 second. So it is. Good. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Well, yes, I am. And you know, I gave you a plug before I started this, thinking you were going to be like lurking or something, and then you didn't show up. So Juan's been keeping me company, thankfully. I definitely made this take a lot longer than it needed to take. Nah, I was just messing with you. You're good. What is it doing? What is it doing? What is it doing? Them here, did it just jump a layer? Because that is not. Oh, you know what? I forgot, because this is a wrap. Oh, I can move it. Hold on 1 sec. Maybe it's because it's a raft. I don't know, because that just seemed really funky, what it was just doing there. Yeah, that's the best vantage point I can really give you. Hold on. Yeah, I can actually barely see it myself. Hold on. Let's see. You can sort of see it. So yes, it was an exciting build, and there was a couple of small issues I had to take care of. Oh, and my chat disappeared again. Yay me. I gotta go back over and click on it. Wow. I can lift this up a little bit to give you a better vantage point. All right. Yeah, that's not so good. Yeah, that's probably better. I cannot see the chat, just so you know. And that's the wrong direction. There we go. But yes, the short of it is we do indeed have a printing printer. Yeah, so far the couplers are all right. I haven't had to adjust them at all. They felt pretty good when I looked at them. Sorry, I'm a little behind on the chat again. Isn't that weird? Okay, what is this demo print? Anybody got any ideas? Because normally I'm pretty good at figuring these out, but I don't know what this is. This is a good luck cat? Huh. I don't remember it having that base, but okay. I believe you, of course, but I'm just... Well, unless you guys want to sit here for the next 2 hours and watch this thing go, what else do I need to do that you want me to look at? Oh. Yes, I could do that, but I don't own S3D. There was way too much controversy for me. I kind of do want it, but I just don't have the extra cash right now because I just bought a printer. Filament guide around the Z-screw. Well, you can send me a list of all the recommended ones. I can certainly look at them. It seems to be handling the zero. Why am I talking to my monitor? It seems to be handling the zero PLA pretty good, so I could probably do any number of parts. I've still got some black too. Oh, um, can you just message me with it? Thank you. As my pocket goes. Meh, meh. Okay, so I'm not understanding unless you really cracked this thing like wide open. Why people have issues with the stepper motor noise? I mean, I'm talking to you guys, and the camera is like what, 9 inches away from the bed, and you can hear me just fine. Yeah, I've heard about those. I mean, my Jenny Z360 over here. I mean, I think you could probably hear that running over this printer, can't you? Yeah, now that I've already got one, but I will take a look at it once I figure out how to get the SD card back out of this machine. I'm not exaggerating either, by the way. What, the noise you mean with the FT5 or the SD card? Because the SD card's easy on the FT5. But the noise, yeah, I mean, my FT5 is way louder than this thing. Although I gotta tell you, like I said earlier, the bed movement is just so weird to me now. Because I haven't used this style printer in a while. No, the SD card on the FT5 is easy to get out. It's one of the full-size SD cards. It's right on the front of the printer. Oh, wait, you're using the Raspberry Pi on yours, though, aren't you? Are you talking about this one or the FT5 now? I like this one better than my FT5 at the moment, and I just opened this one, and I haven't printed anything really. I also haven't put anything on the bed, so there's no adhesive stuff on there. I'm just printing on bare glass, which is most likely a really bad idea. No, John is a really, really nice guy. I've, had the occasion to talk to him once or twice, and he's always seemed like a pretty straight up guy. But he's also a businessman, so I mean, he's gonna take whatever you say seriously to an extent. So. I think a good rule of thumb is if I can build it, he did a good job. Considering I've had to rebuild mine 3 times and I've broken just about every wire on it once or twice, that probably ought to say something. Well, anyway, I'm not likely to sit here for 2 hours and watch this thing go. I think we've established that the printer works. So I think I'm probably going to end the stream at this point. I built it, and it's running. I even put on the little tuning knobs for the bed, and it's still working. The nozzle is definitely too close to the bed right now, and that's the only reason this print hasn't popped off already. And I think I'm going to have to definitely re-level the bed the right way, since I have since moved things around. But other than having to rebuild position a couple of the wires after the first time I put it together. I'm much happier with the way the wires are lined up now. So, still not a big fan of the strain relief on the bed, but you know what? I think that's probably a good idea. They ought to provide a measurement from the frame of the CR-10 to the power supply, though, or the control unit. That way, you ensure that you have enough strain to keep this above the frame so it doesn't get snagged. That way, you don't have to guess. Because it's as long as it's supported, in a far enough way, it actually seems to hold it up. So. Yeah, I'll be taking a lot of input on this one for sure. Debating on how I feel about the noise. I mean, the cable management is awful, but it could be worse. I mean, the ANET was a lot worse than this in some ways and not in others. The power supply and the brain, though, require rubber feet. There is no way I could, in seriousness, leave that thing like that. That is awful. Now, yeah, see, I'm not a big fan of enclosures right now. At least not for all printers. Like I wouldn't put an enclosure on this printer. I don't think, at least not for me, for my uses. But like the FT5, I mean, that would be a good candidate for me to put an enclosure on if I had the upgrades to it, which I don't. But yeah, I'd be too paranoid about putting an enclosure on this, I think. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, it's not what I would do myself, but oh, yeah, I'll bet it does, especially considering it's got that insulation underneath the bed. So all that heat's coming up. I mean, yeah, this thing would stay nice and warm. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter as long as your power supply is outside of the box. I mean, the stepper motor should be all right. Although I definitely want to upgrade this to aluminum. I'm not digging that injection molded extruder there. I'm staring at it because it bugs me. But I suppose it's functional and it works. Oh, and if you hadn't seen the Benchy yet, check that Benchy out. Isn't that slick? That is a gorgeous Benchy. I don't know if that's polyalchemy or not. I'm hoping Matt was watching today so he could tell me. But it looks like that. It kind of looks like polyalchemy, but I can't really tell. But I guess this is what they printed on here, so. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm gonna have some bigger stuff to print here in the not too distant future. I got a lot of internal parts for R2D2 to print. At some point, I do want to do the what's it called? The Selenium Malkin, and I have all of the Iron Man armor I've got to do, and You got a few more. Yeah, this stuff is pretty shiny. Well, the people I'm here with, because this is where my lab is now, um, they like to have demonstration pieces, and this was the last print I did on the FT5. So, I mean, that's a pretty big base, and it actually printed perfectly. It didn't do anything strange or wonky. But I did that in base mode. I have had some successful prints on the FT5, but not enough to make me happy. No, I didn't. I could have. Two of them had a little bit of resistance. They weren't like really spinny like the rest of them, but I didn't mess with them. I left them alone. 4 BB-8 domes? Ugh, you're a glutton for punishment. I've got some R2D2 parts underneath the table over there. The dome is itself, the structure is all printed. I just have to glue it all together. This is such a weird choice for a hot end, though. No, I appreciate it. No, actually, right now there is a 24-inch fan pointed at it, which is why the green screen's moving. So, if I had some overhangs, I'm sure they would be mostly okay. So how would this, then they haven't had any issues with the bed on this, so I don't need to put on a MOSFET on this one like I did with the FT5, I'm guessing. Anyway, I should probably, I'll message you because I've got to get off this stream. I'm going to monitor this for a little bit, but I'm almost at 2.5 hours, so yeah. So anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody that watches this video in the future. Anybody that has watched it or has attended with me today, thank you, Juan, and thank you, Paul, from Where Nerdy is Cool. And I thank the folks over at Printed Solid for doing such a great job on this printer. And I do not blame you for that part up there being out of alignment. I blame an impact that was unfortunate in delivery. So anyway, until possibly tomorrow when I talk about the jerky machine I have here and why. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for attending.